This is a video about the pre-melt process, figuring out what the ratios in the alloy is for making silver solder. And so this is the finished ingot that I poured earlier. Pretty ugly pour, but I lost about a gram inside the mold. I don't know how that happened. It's a graphite mold, I don't know. Sucks, but whatever. So here's all the ratios for an high grade, easy, low grade, medium, kind of a middle point in between. It's gonna be 65% silver, 20% copper, 15% zinc. So this is the formula I have with A, C, and Z. A being the silver content, 65.65. The rest of these is just converted percentages into decimal form. Then we're going to have X is the finished product weight in grams. So we have A, B, C. I originally wrote this as A, B, C, but it's supposed to be A, C, Z equals X. And then here's a mock-up of it. If you use the distributive property, because you'd have the final batch weight. If it was 20, you'd have A13, C4, and Z3. So we're just going to do a mock-up demonstration with this fine silver round. We're just going to weigh it out, weigh out all the ingredients, and well, we're just going to weigh out the silver because that's all we need. But yeah, I would use silver as the starting point, the weight of the silver, and then figure out what the copper and zinc is to add. So I'll put that on the scale. It's half a troy ounce, so 15.62 grams. So we'll write that down over here. A equals 15.62. Here's a pound bag I got of zinc off of Amazon for 15 bucks. It's dirt cheap and it'll last forever. Alright, so we've got A equals 15.62. Now to figure out the formula with only the variable of the silver, what we're going to do is use this. 0.65x equals 11.95, or 11.95 was the weight of my silver, and this, but we're going to replace that with 15.62. Because basically what this says is 65% of the total weight equals the weight of your silver. So we're going to write it out. 0.65x equals 15.62. Alright, I have it all written down here. I use the calculator because I don't know how to do any of that in my head, but you divide on both sides, it cancels out there. 0.65, and then x equals 24.03. Okay, 24.03. Now, to figure out how much, this is the total weight, right, x. So to figure out how much copper and zinc we have to add, we will take 24.03 and divide by our percentages. So 0.2 for the copper. So we'll put equals C, and then that is C equals 4.806. So I'd round up to 4.81. And then for the zinc, same thing. 24.03 divided by 0.15 equals Z. Z equals 3.045, which just could be rounded to 3.05. And that's all it is. We have our zinc content, our copper content, and our silver content was already weighed out.